Hi again. We have reached the final unit of English 2. In this unit, we're going to consider the theme of feminism in two 20th century works of literature, A Doll's House, a play by the Norwegian playwright Henrik Ibsen, and The Chrysanthemums, a short story by an author you know well by now, John Steinbeck. First, let's talk about feminism in the early 20th century. When these works were written, the role of women in Western society was very different than in the 21st century. When Ibsen wrote A Doll's House, women had essentially no civil rights. A woman's identity, personally and legally, was tied up with a man, usually her father or husband. For example, she could not enter into contracts or earn money without the permission of the man to whom she was tied. Keep this in mind when you read A Doll's House. By the time John Steinbeck wrote The Chrysanthemums, things were changing. During World War I, women began to fill jobs left open when the men went off to war. This changed the expectations of women. They became discontented with the subservient role they had before. Passage of the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution on August 18, 1920, gave the women the vote. The Roaring Twenties and the years of the Great Depression of the 1930s was a period of transition for the women's position in society. That period is the historical context for Steinbeck's story. When looking at A Doll's House and The Chrysanthemums, let's consider these authors both men. Let's consider how they integrated the themes of feminism into their works, and what they concluded about the state of role of women in their respective societies. I hope you enjoyed both works. Thank you.